Great horsemen do a remarkable job in getting hardly broken horses trained and combat ready in a matter of months.
One of them was called Bill, and he was a bastard of a horse. He used to pig root, he used to buck people off, just impossible to ride.
He was 17.1 hands, that's 5'9" at the shoulder. I mean, he's like a tall rhinoceros. And he behaved like one.
Grandfather heard about him, being what we call these days a horse whisperer, I guess. He went down and he used to go up and talk to the horse. He used to run his hands over, he used to bag him. And he'd do this every time he got a spare moment. And eventually Bill allowed him to get up on him. He pig rooted, he bucked a bit, and Granddad stayed with him. And from then on, that was his horse.
As the fighting continues through the night, the Australians suffer heavy losses. The Turkish army advances to within a kilometre of Orly. Then, with the battle in the balance, an Australian legend is born.
In the middle of the battle of Romani was Bill the Bastard.
Even with Grandad on, he'd give a bit of a shy and a buck before they went into battle.
And he was Shanahan under orders, going up and down the lines, keeping his men in it. Now, to get the idea of the energy, the drive, the power of this horse, he went 5 or 6 hours running, and other horses were lasting 30 minutes.
As the fighting withdrawals continue, 4 men find themselves stranded, with their horses dead.
That horse, Bill, and my grandfather, they were one. They didn't have time to think about fear or how tough the job was.
He'd only need to put his hand on that horse's neck, and that horse knew exactly what to do.
Bill's ears lay back and he'd charge in.
Shanahan said, get up on Bill, get up. 1 in each two, 2 on the back, we'll get out. Bill, this horse that no one could ride 3 months earlier, took the 5 men out and they got out and back to Romani. Back into battle for another hour and a half, and that's when Shanahan was badly wounded in that case.
Unfortunately, somewhere in the melee he was shot in the left leg.
Went on fighting, collapsed on the horse, and Bill did an amazing thing. Bill very gently got back to the base. Now, had it been a frightened horse, he might have galloped and he would have been thrown off. But he was definitely saving his life by taking him back.
It was really a duality. They were a team.
And this is why there was a terrific affinity between the horses and the troopers. In some way, their lives were saved by the horse at some point.